property, and 99.99% of the time is not going to be a real big problem, right? Maybe even less, that 1 in a million. But if there's a big problem, let's say somebody slips and falls and breaks their neck, and there's a $1 million lawsuit, right? Which ironically there's going to be a lot of irony here. I'm going to use the word ironically a lot. You're not even going to get sued for millions of dollars if you have an entity that doesn't have any assets in it, right? So if you buy a property, you fix it up, you sell it, and then somebody sues you because while you owned it, they had a major injury. You know, the entity, if you opened an entity for that property and then sold the property, then the entity has no assets. So no one's going to bother bringing a case against you. Okay. The other things to limit the liability for are that if you do get sued, that it doesn't go to you personally. Now, there are situations where you can pierce the corporate veil, from what I'm told, and I have a lawsuit going on now, and I am certainly going to pierce the corporate veil and sue that piece of shit for what he did, which again, I haven't spoken about who it is or what they did, but soon we will talk about it. And I'm definitely going to win. It's not even a question. Probably the easiest case I've ever litigated. And I don't like litigating, but if you're in business long enough, you are going to litigate. You're either going to be sued or you're going to sue somebody. In this case, I think I have grounds. It was malicious, evil. The whole thing this guy did was terrible. So we'll see what happens. But the point of this whole thing is, can it be done? You really got to speak to an attorney about what exactly you are piercing the corporate veil for, right? Almost any time you're going to sue somebody, it's going to be over money, right? So I had this last piece of litigation I had a big deposit, like a $100,000 deposit on a property, buying a property for over $1 million, and we had a title problem, right? That's what happened. There was an easement on the property, and we had verbiage in our contract which did not exclude the easement that showed up. And the guy didn't want to give back the deposit, and I sued, and we got the whole deposit back. Again, I have an excellent litigator if anybody has to go to litigation, but he's not a guy you're going to call just for questions. He's a guy you're going to call when you have a real suit. So, and he's not so cheap, so you need to be willing to spend his legal fee to get it done. He's fantastic. There's Alan Heller from Foster Garvey. Again, if anybody wants his information, you should probably call me first, and I'll let you know if it's even worth speaking to him. But, I mean, I don't think the guy ever loses personally, but okay, not important. So the point is that most of the time it's going to be a disagreement, right? You have a contractor who does a shitty job and